Right now, somewhere on this planet, there's a group of people getting paid to do absolutely nothing. Not on vacation, not sick, just paid and idle. And weirdly, most of them hate it. That's the first clue that something is very wrong with how we imagine a world where nobody works. Because here's the question everyone secretly wonders but never says out loud. What would actually happen if work just disappeared? Not everyone loses their job and starves. I mean the fantasy version. Robots do everything, money keeps flowing, you never have to clock in again. Sounds like heaven, right?
Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know why economists already tried to build that world, why it quietly fell apart, and what one very strange experiment involving electric shocks reveals about why doing nothing might actually be the hardest job on Earth. Let's start almost 100 years ago. In 1930, a famous economist named John Maynard Keynes made a bold prediction. He said that by now, in the 2020s, machines would be so productive that people would only need to work 15 hours a week. 15! That's basically a long weekend every single week, forever.
He wasn't wrong about the machines. Productivity exploded almost exactly like he predicted. We build more, grow more, and produce more per hour than any generation in history. So, where's our 15-hour week? Turns out, humans had other plans. Instead of working less, we just decided we wanted more stuff. Bigger houses, more vacations, 2 cars instead of 1, because apparently 1 car makes you look poor. The machines gave us the option to slow down, and collectively, we said, no thanks. But that's not even the most surprising part.
Because governments actually tested what happens when you remove the pressure to work completely. In Finland, thousands of unemployed people were given a guaranteed monthly income, no strings attached. No job search required, no cuts if they found work. Basically, free money. Do whatever you want. Here's the twist. They weren't any more likely to get a job than everyone else, but they were noticeably happier and less stressed, which raises an uncomfortable question. If money isn't what's actually pushing us to work, what is?
That question got even stranger in Kenya, where researchers ran the largest basic income study ever conducted, tracking 20,000 people for over a decade. The fear going in was obvious. Give people free cash, and they'll get lazy, stop working, maybe drink it all away. Classic assumption. It didn't happen. At all. People didn't work less. Many started businesses. They took risks they never could have afforded before. Free money didn't kill their motivation, it gave them room to actually use it. So maybe the real question isn't would people stop working? Maybe it's would people stop working if they truly, truly didn't have to? And for that, we don't need a study. We have actual lottery winners. You'd think winning millions overnight means never showing up to work again. But researchers found that around 85% of lottery winners keep working. Most don't even quit, they just stay. Some cut back their hours, some start their own business, but walking away entirely? Rare. Which is bizarre, until you realize something. A job was never just about the paycheck. It's a place where you belong, a reason to get up, a small slice of identity you can point to and say, this is what I do. And that's where things get genuinely unsettling. Researchers studied people who retire and lose that structure overnight. The pattern that kept showing up wasn't really about age or health, it was about purpose. People who retire and lose their sense of purpose tend to decline fast, not because their bodies suddenly gave out, because their reason to keep going quietly disappeared.
So here's a thought experiment. Imagine nobody worked. No jobs, no bosses, no alarms, just endless free time, forever. Sounds like paradise. Except scientists actually tested what humans do with total unstructured free time, and the results are almost funny in a dark way. In one experiment, people were left completely alone in an empty room for 15 minutes. Nothing to look at. No phone, just their own thoughts. The only other option in the room was a button that gave them a small, unpleasant electric shock.
A huge number of people chose the shock over and over. One person shocked himself 190 times in 15 minutes just to avoid sitting there with nothing to do. Let that sink in. Given the choice between boredom and pain, a lot of people picked the pain. So here's the actual answer to what happens if nobody works anymore. It's not chaos. It's not laziness. It's something quieter and stranger. Humans don't just want free time. We want a reason to use it. Take away the job, and most people don't relax. They go looking for a new one, even if it's unpaid, even if it's invented, even if it's just busy work invented to fill the silence.
Work was never only about survival. It was always partly about meaning. And that might be the one thing no robot, no algorithm, and no universal paycheck can ever fully replace. So work isn't just how we earn a living. For a lot of us, it's how we survive being alone with our own minds. Strange, right? If you had unlimited money and never had to work again, would you actually stop? Tell me in the comments. I'm genuinely curious what you'd pick. And if your brain just got a little more interesting today, subscribe, because there's a lot more of this waiting for you.